Hey, Mrparka here to review a new one from Arrow USA Blu-ray, and this is the Blu-ray edition of the Mutilator, the long-awaited Blu-ray edition of the Mutilator. If you guys aren't familiar with the Mutilator, it is like a 1984 slasher movie. It's one of the more infamous ones that had a big cult following, I've always enjoyed the movie. You know, I used to have the old VHS from Vestron, which was the unrated and rated version they had out, and then a German import of the movie on DVD. But, you know, I have kind of a fairly decent fondness for the Mutilator, and anyways, let's just get right into the story. Essentially, the story is this boy kind of accidentally shot his mother. It made his dad go completely ballistic. His dad was kind of a big game hunter, and now he is this crazy alcoholic. He basically has his kid come up with some of their friends to close up the cabin, and he starts picking them off in brutal ways. This movie is different from other slashers because it has that beautiful, like, homegrown thing going on where it's not like a huge studio film, so you get some of that, you know, the whole, like, a region feels like the whole state feels like it's behind it, the city for sure. And throughout the making of the special features, you do realize that there was a big driving force behind this movie. It seemed like everybody involved wanted to do a great job, and they had a definite lot of heart in the Mutilator, and it shows on the screen. The Mutilator definitely has a perfect amount of cheese and gore and mean-spiritedness. It has a great cheesy goodness to it, but also some brutal violence and mayhem for a slasher movie. One of the best things in the film is actually, you know, when you're dealing with a slasher film, you got to take in consideration, you know, the body count, the kills, the characters, the score, and, you know, the TNA. That's pretty much what a lot of people like and the killer, what the people like in a slasher movie. The Mutilator definitely delivers on the kills, and they set all the kills up by showing the different weapons that would be used. I love that they're all like kind of fishing devices, which is a really cool, nice touch. Good location, kind of along the coast and the beach house and everything. So it really works well in that deal for sure. The characters are fairly likable, although sometimes goofy. The movie does cross the line a lot on the cheesiness, where it's almost becomes like it's from a different movie, like a sex comedy at points. The theme music in The Mutilator sets everything up beautifully, and you pretty much know what you're getting yourself into right away. So I'm pretty sure if you guys are a fan of slashers, you've seen The Mutilator. I'd say it's probably in my top 10 slasher movies of all time. Like I said, the killer is just one ruthless killer, and I remember first seeing this movie on VHS and actually being shocked by some of the kills in there. In particular, probably the gaff death. That one's pretty brutal to watch. Speaking of the release itself, what's great about the release is they include hour and 15-minute documentary that basically brings Buddy Cooper, the director, and everybody that they could involved with the movie. And this is just as good as the movie. You see, like, you actually like the people who made this movie, and you kind of like can tell why the whole town and city got behind him, was cheering him on. And Buddy Cooper and his friends were really like this great driving force. You could tell that he picked people who cared and the best that he could get, and he took a chance on a movie. And you don't really see that anymore, you know, when you had to take a big chance and put all your money in to get a movie made like this. I believe he said he put $84,000 in it. Ended up costing like $650,000. Put everything he had into it because they had a great location and he wanted to make a movie. And also the release also includes 2 audio commentaries and a booklet, whatnot. So I would say if you only have time to watch one, watch the documentary. It kind of encapsulates all that stuff. I went through everything. And I will tell you, if you watch this movie more than once, the Fall Break song will get stuck in your head forever. But yeah, it's not the best acted movie. Some of the people are better than others. I think the main 4 are pretty good in it, and the deputy's pretty solid in it as well, and the killer. But you know, the first 2, the girl's fine. The guy who first bites, he's a little iffy on the acting, but it kind of fits his goofy character. So what more could you ask for? What's beautiful about The Mutilator is we waited for a release for years, official United States DVD release, you know, and for a long time, we never thought it was going to happen because the uncut negative was lost, but they finally found one that was the uncut, and we finally got it. They did a great job restoring it. It looks damn good for what it is. This movie probably never ever looked this good, but it's great because a lot of the other slasher movies like this are getting like, you know, not rediscovered, but they're getting the good treatment, and the Mutilator deserves it as well if the other ones are getting it. But yeah, I would recommend this one if you guys haven't seen it, especially it's a must for slasher fans. And it's 2-disc DVD and Blu-ray, reversible cover with the original title Fall Break in there. But I must say that I thought that the Buddy Cooper himself in the interviews and everything like that just seemed like a genuinely great guy, and they put a lot of thought process into this movie for what it was. They went above and beyond what they had to, I think, to make a good slasher movie, and they actually didn't make the best slasher movie ever, but they made one of the best ones ever. It's definitely has a definite regional thing to it, which sometimes sticks out or stands out more than a lot of the big mainstream slashers did that were cash-ins on Friday the 13th. It has heart, even though it is cheesy and gory and a lot of similarities to the other ones. This one has something that a lot of the other slasher movies don't have. It has a good heart to it, and great special effects, which is about 50-50 in slasher movies. But I'm Mrparka. Thank you very much, and have a good one.
I can hardly wait to head for the dunes, spread down a blanket, humming sweet love tunes from yesteryear. Not a soul in sight, girl, heaven blessed to bring a radio, a cooler.
Hey Pam, that's a great idea.
Need any help lighting your fire? Oh!
That we finally restored this the way that Buddy Cooper intended it, and the way that you want to see it.
So when they were making this effect, and you're trying outside in the parking lot, they pumped it up with blood, and then try to cut it to see it spread up, but instead it split in the bottom, and it just kind of shit blood.
Going on now. A ball break, running in the sand, feeling alright. And when you fall into my arms, I'll break into your heart.
Fall break. The vacation that became a nightmare.
Not a soul in sight, girl, heaven blessed to bring a radio, a cooler, and a case of the best, and we'll disappear. And later on, maybe, who knows, take a swim in the surf in all birthday clothes, and we're gonna have a good time.
Hey, I got a great idea. How about a game of blind man's bluff?
All right. I'll get the beers.
No, I'll get them. Please?